Good evening. Running behind schedule, as always. I changed the habit of a lifetime. Yes. Yes. All right. Excuse the unprofessionalism. I set everything up beforehand. What's that? Yeah. If I set everything up before then, my stock. So I'll need to this one, we should just be able to do npm test. We were on exercise 6. I'm pretty sure I'll have to 2. Well, that's booting up. See if I can get. All right, good start. Test is starting. Go check it. I don't think we finished this one, did we? No. Yeah, we have a failing test. For once, that's a good thing. All right, always good to go. Let's close that all. Let me just check my blockers working times. Then we should have the app here. Get some dev tools, location. just bright light hurts my eyes at this time of night. Alright, so we've got the latitude and longitude here. We have my code from the previous week, from Tuesday, which I obviously can't remember anything about. So, let's read the markdown. It's generally a good place to start. Alright. Mocking HTTP is one thing, but sometimes you have entire browser APIs that you need to mock. Every time you create a fake version, you're poking a hole in reality and lose some confidence. Yeah. Remember that. We're using JS DOM. And we're going to mock the navigators. Where is it? There's a location component, and that will request the user's location and then display the latitude and longitude on screen. This is what you would normally use to retrieve those values, but we cannot use it because it's in JS DOM. So we're going to mock this. We'll mock it with the JS mock function. So we'll just get the docs up. And we have this act, which I'm pretty sure I've already added. Okay. So if I make this smaller, can you still see that okay? Yeah, it seems okay. Let's use a pattern here, exercise 6. All right. Let's see, test. What did we have? So before all the tests, we are going to set this to use a mock function. It has a get current position mock function. Cool, so that looks like it's working. We have a utility function for creating a deferred promise. Here's an example of how to use it. So we define it, deconstruct the promise, the resolve, and the reject. We define what to do when it resolves. We then resolve it and await whatever is computed here, returning into our promise. We have a fake position object that has an object called coords, latitude, and longitude. I'm just going to say it's null just now. There's our deferred promise. And now we need to mock geolocation's get current position function. To mock something, we need to know the API. So we pass a success callback, an error callback, and an options object. So here we just have two anonymous functions and an empty object. I wonder if I can use that jest function on these. going to call mock implementation on current position. 1 second, sorry. All mock implementation on get current position. All mock implementation. What is mock? Oh, that must be from Jest. Yeah, here we go. So mock implementation accepts a function that should be used as the implementation of the mock. The mock itself will still record all calls that go into and instances that come from itself. The only difference is that the implementation will also be executed when the mock is called. I didn't retain any of that. It accepts a function that should be used as the implementation of the mock. Cool. So I am going to, where are we? All the callback with the fake position. Mm-hmm. So I think that is here, right? Call mock implementation on get current position. This is going to call this. I can do. It's not a good start if it's not giving me autocomplete. First argument of your mock should accept a callback. And then you'll call the callback when the deferred promise resolves. All the callback when the deferred promise resolves. That's fair. My chair has actually broken, so it's a bit annoying. I need to treat myself to a new chair. If you see me slouching, that's why. Good to have you tuned in, Orgasma. Is it Orgasma? It's a great name. Okay, so we have a mock here. I don't actually need to do this because I can do the shorthand. So that's just a function. Yeah. Not a family-friendly site. I'm gonna do the longhand for just now because I don't even understand that before trying to do the shorthand. The first argument of your mock should accept a callback. You'll then call the callback when the deferred promise resolves. So in here I want to call the callback. Let's see if there's anything in. I don't even know where I would look. I mean, there's obviously the final code implementation, but I don't really want to check that yet. The first argument of the mock. So we have our mock implementation, and the first argument of this should accept a callback. Then how do I call this whenever this resolves? Can I just shove... Am I being stupid? Can I just shove this in here? So whenever I resolve the promise, this callback. Promise rejection. The error originated by throwing inside of an async function without a catch. Alright, so this is freaking out. Always good. So I'm resolving it and then I'm waiting for whatever comes back from this. Mock implementation. Let's do arg. Let's just return 100 for just now. Actually, let's return object here. Latitude 10, longitude 10. It's going to call that, and then I want to return this. so confused because my success callback is what is gonna, I imagine, return the latitude and longitude. This is gonna be the unhappy path where we test the erroring. So that's incorrect. Gonna stick logs in here, and then at least if something starts feeding through, I will know. What happens if I save this? Probably not a lot. Really don't have a lot of faith in this. Let's do a try catch. Try and get an error out of this. Cannot read property mock implementation of undefined. Okay, it's telling me this is undefined. That is because I shouldn't have to say. I don't think I should have to declare a window. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, I didn't think I would need that. Let's have a look at this. Success, the function. Let's try and just replicate this. Right, so you would get position back on the success. And then I actually just want the coordinates, so let's destructure that. Have the coordinates, and then let's log that out if we get that back. And if it errors, we'll get an error, and we'll do console.error. Error. Cool. So at least this is starting to emulate this. And then the options object, what have we got on here? Maximum age, defaults to infinity, timeout, enable high accuracy. I mean, let's just add an option in here. Enable high accuracy. True. Okay, so at least we've mocked out what this function should expect. The problem at the moment is it's telling me that this is undefined. So I think this is set up correctly. And then out of interest, what happens if I do, let's lift that out for just now. Let's just cancel comment this out for just now. And then let's log the result. Undefined. Excellent. Let's do a function here. Let's return 1, 2, 3. Really thought that was going to give me 1, 2, 3. Matching. Seems fine. Okay, so at least this is doing something. So I'm at least defining this as an object with get current position. That's weird because if I completely remove this, it tells me geolocation is not defined. If I probably just don't understand JSMock functions. If I just put a regular function in here, and then that's going to take success, error, options. Then I just want to execute S. Not actually passing anything to this at the moment. Cool. So I've got 2 logs here. 47, this one, and then 62. Yeah, so let's just take that off. Interestingly, if I take this off, and then the success, I want to return latitude 100, longitude 200. This should log 100 to it. So we've defined this as an object, and we've put in a get current position property, which accepts a function. 3 options are going to be passed to this, or 3 arguments, sorry, are going to be passed to this function: success, an error, and an options. And then I'm just executing the success callback here. We're passing in a success callback as the first argument here, which is console logging coordinates, which is appearing. And then I'm returning an object into the success callback. And because we're returning the result of that result, we'll return that object. That part is fine. So at least that works, right? So how does that fit in with this? Where's my mock functions? Mock implementation. Mock implementation. So now we know that works. I'm just going to revert this to mock function. What if I do the same thing here? How does that work inside the mock? Got a success, an error, and an options. I just want to return. So it's undefined. Jest dot function implementation is the shorthand of this. Why is that undefined? When do we use this? Where are docs? I suppose I can just use this. Am I using Faker in here? Faker from Faker. I can maybe mock me a latitude and longitude. Have I got phone, system, time? I mean, I could just get a random number, I suppose. Data type number. Oh, here we go. All right, city, street, county, state. Ah, there we go. Latitude, longitude. I searched for that, no? No, I probably just didn't spell it right. Okay, let's put this together then. So let's use Faker address. Shoot. So we're actually going to generate some values here. And on the success callback, I think I want to return position. I should have changed here, but I'm just saving it for the shits and giggles. If that is, okay, so if that is a function, is that undefined? Hey, 1 second. Right. So this is undefined. That's, I imagine it's undefined because this doesn't return anything. So this is a mock, this is a jest mock function. Instead of passing these as arguments, I want to pass a callback here, containing those arguments, of which I then return if result is not please here, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Hey, I've returned. That's a mock implementation. That's the shorthand. So instead of doing this longhand, I can just do chest.function, and then I can pass the implementation in as an argument. Have this, I'm calling it, and I'm trying to return a string. That's it. First argument of your mock should accept a callback, which is this. I'm just going to put this on one line just now. So to the docs, success, error, option. Success, error, options. Okay, so the first argument should accept a callback. And you'll call the callback. This resolves. That's the part I don't get. How do I resolve? How do I call this? So call mock implementation on get current position. Oh, this is my implementation. I thought it was a comment. Call mock implementation. Get current position. I mean, we could do it the long way. But then it said get current position is undefined. Mock implementation. The first argument of that is the callback. And then if it tells me that mock implementation is undefined, sorry, if get current position is undefined, maybe I don't need window here. It's not going to make a difference, but compared to the other exercises where I was getting it right within like 3-4 minutes. Say mock implementation of undefined. So this property is saying that this is undefined. So It's a really horrible way of logging this, but navigator.geolocation. Navigator geolocation dot composition. All that as a comma. I'm just going to put some optional chaining on here just so if it's undefined it doesn't freak out. Alright, let's see if I get back to that. Guessing this is going to be defined, but this mock function is not. No. Let's just remove that for just a second. Okay, so navigator exists. It's telling me that get current position is a function. This has get current position, which has a jest mock function. If I try to call that function, it is undefined. If I just do this. Is that the problem? I don't actually call the mock function. The mock function is just stored. Okay. So you don't call jest.function. Today I learned. Okay, so that's there. Forever result. I'm going to remove that. And then we're going to pass this. Oh, I didn't know that. A bit of result. So the result is giving us not what I thought it was going to give us. I think VS Code's a little bit funky here. I'm just going to quickly close this and reopen. Oh, it's to click. It's just never. Okay, so let's call success. Probably fumbling around in the dark here. First argument of your mock should accept a callback. When you call that callback, error to promise resolves. I am going to have a quick look at the final because there's no real logic to what I'm doing at the moment. Look how tidy that is. All right. We have fake position. We then have promise, and we have resolve. Cool. So we're not doing reject at the moment. I see you had it in there. Callback. Oof. Right, let me grab this. So, same as before, except instead of passing those 3 arguments, passing an entire function. Promise resolves, call the callback with fake position. Okay. So you're waiting that. No, he just calls it. So I think I can remove all of this. You're going to render the location component. You're going to expect to see the loading indicator here. We're then going to resolve this promise, which means this is going to hit, which means our callback is going to execute. Then we're going to call the callback with fake position. Okay, what have we got here? Mock implementation scalar 42 plus. I think a function just returns what you pass to it. I think that was in the last exercise. If you pass something to it and you don't define what you want to do with it, it just returns whatever you pass to it. So what are we actually passing here? What are we passing here? I'm just going to write this up here, see if we can make a bit more sense of it. So we have a callback. Then whenever the promise resolves, I'm going to do a callback with fake position. This is all just pseudocode. This obviously won't work. So my previous understanding of this was if you didn't declare anything in here, it would just return pass to it. Oh man, I cannot wrap my head around this at all. And I'll wait for the promise. Just gonna hit this, which is gonna hit this, it is going to return the callback function. I have no fucking idea what is going on. Look, we render it, you expect loading. What have I done instead? I've just done the snapshot. I quite like this. React. Let's move this up here. Expect it not to be in the document. Expect latitude to have text content. So let's just grab this and, well, I mean, it must pass, right? Let's check out the load. Location. Right, so we have the location component here. This is in this use current position. So this use current position hook is going to be calling this at some stage, and that's what we're mocking. That's an actual npm package. Is it? Looks decidedly similar. Options. One second. Okay, so we can't really dig into this. All we know is it's going to return a position and an error in that array. Let me try and verbalize why I'm stuck. I don't understand where the callback is here. I understand that we're passing it a callback function. Accepts a function that should be used as the implementation of the mock. The mock itself will still record all calls that go into and instances that come from itself. The only difference is the implementation will also be executed when the mock is called. Implementation will also be executed when the mock is called. So the argument I pass it, it's gonna go through there. Out of interest, now I have a working version. I should just be able to remove this part entirely. I want to just see if the shorthand works. Maybe the shorthand will be easier to read. No, it does not. The implementation. So it would need to be in here. If anyone wants to shine any light on this, feel free. I'm completely lost. And annoyingly, there's going to be an extra credit on this, and I feel like if I don't understand this, I'm going to struggle to get the extra credit. The promise resolves to call itself. That's kind of like... This is obviously dumb, right? But... function mock calls. Alright, well, it's 9 o'clock anyway. I'm gonna grab some water and try and de-stress my brain a little bit from that. Because it's like the test passed, but all I really did was from about here down copy paste it without any real understanding of what's going on, which is fine, right? Like I don't expect to learn every little detail that's passed through on all the exercises. I just don't really know where I can start debugging, other than actually spending some time sitting reading through these docs, but that's not going to be great viewing. So I'm tempted to gonna go grab some water and stuff. I'll be back at like 5 past, and then there's an extra credit. I'm gonna try the extra credit. Oh god, those two. Maybe it'll make more sense the more I like go through this. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Anyway, I will be back in 5 minutes. All right. Where were we? I'm losing my goddamn mind. Let's see what the extra credit holds. And pray that my brain actually starts working. So, we mock the module as the extra credit. Actually, mock geolocation. How long is this video? Okay, so this is like a 5-minute video, so I'm just going to be off mic for like 5 minutes while I watch this solution. If you have any questions, these are normally a good time to ask me them, because I'm just sitting listening to Kent's video. If anyone's here tonight that hasn't been here before, I need to put this blocker up. If you want to watch the video content, then you need to purchase the course. Okay, so I understand almost all of it, apart from where the hell this comes from. That's why I don't understand. Because in the example, types of function that should be used as the implementation of the mock. The mock will still record all calls that go into an instance. So here we have calling the mock implementation, and it's passing number through here, right? We don't pass anything. Let's just look at mock function. Let's do it in the search. Just.mock. All mock functions have this special mock property. I don't think I need that. Mock return values. Mock functions can also be used to inject test values into your code during a test. Is that why I need mocking modules? I think that's going to be... Oh, excuse me. Oh. Where does it describe? Does it describe what just.function does? We can use a mock function and inspect the mock's state to ensure the callback is invoked as expected. So we have a just function. This is the scalar example again. Yeah. Okay, so we actually don't need any of this because this is doing some sort of magic. We have a fake position here. First of all, we're making sure this is in the document. We then resolve that promise. And if we look at the location component, that will return a position. And if a position exists, if there's no position and no error, then we'll get that spinner component, which is the current state here. We've not resolved the promise and there's no error, so we should get the spin. We then resolve it, which should return the position. Just add this next line. Yeah, I'm not sure what the act does. But we resolve it, and then we await promise. We expect loading to be null. Instead of it being null, we can actually just say not to be in the document. And we're actually missing something here, so expect. Let's at least do one small part of this test. Screen get by label text. Let's use the regex. Say latitude. Then that should have text content. If we look at the location, I'm gonna have this. That'll obviously be a string. And this will be fake position. String literal, so we can use a JavaScript variable. And then I'm going to be super lazy. Longitude. This should be passing. Unable to find a label with the text of spell latitude right. Tude. Unable to find a label. Ooh, let's have a look. Ah, there is no label, it's just. I think that gets by ARIA label, yeah. Let's see what methods we have available to us. Get by display value. Let's try that. Latitude. I should be able to find that. React testing library, get by display text. And then just before I here, actually there's no point in screen.debug because I can see what it's actually returning here. The cheat sheet. Oh, actually, let's do testing playground. Then let's get rid of this. And then let's grab this. And then let's say that is position 500. Thank you very much. If I then get by text, there we go. Oh, look. It's also incorrect. I'll wait for that to pass. Or to fail, sorry. Yeah, go. Oh, so these are all passing. So at least I'm able to do that. Unfortunately, not understanding the crux of the exercise. Well, let's see if we can mock the module. Sometimes the module is interacting with browser APIs that are just too hard to mock, like Canvas, or you're comfortable relying on the module's own test suite to give you confidence that so long as you use the module properly, everything should work. Try to mock the module. You're mocking a hook. Your mock implementation can also be a hook. You can use React.useState. Good doggy. Okay, hooks are my jam. So hopefully we can get this to work. So instead of mocking the module, it's reasonable to mock the entire module. So for this extra credit, try to mock it rather than the browser API. So instead of mocking this, where was it? Sure, it was around here. Mock name, mock resolve, module, mock implementation, class constructors. And I'm sure that I saw something that was like mocking modules. Return values. Mocking modules, there we go. Suppose we have a class that fetches them. You can use the jest.mock function to automatically mock the module. Once we mock the module, we can provide a mock resolved value for .get, returns the data we want to test, or test to assert against. In effect, we're saying we want this to return a fake response. So, I think we're going to need to do it. Let's import it. Oh, no, because this is just the hook, right? I just need this. And then I'm going to say jest.mock. And mock the entire module. I don't think I need to put this in here. This could probably live outside of it. Let's just put it in there for now. So how do we use a function inside of it? Seems to get. Mock resolved value. It's the actual function here. Use current position. But this is going to tell me that it's undefined. Out of interest, is there a bit off from in here? Okay, so this is undefined. So let's just pull this in for now. I basically want to mock this value. This is nonsense, but I'm just trying to get the ball rolling. Position in the error. Get resolved value. From here, I want fake position. Then I'll just put an empty object there for the error. And let's laugh at how ridiculous this is. And how this is most definitely not going to work. Hooks can only be called inside a function component. No say. For this extra credit, try to mock the module rather than the browser API. Tip: if you're using a hook, your mock implementation can also be a hook. So you can use but then how can it be a hook if I'm not calling it inside a functional component? Let's just get rid of some of these comments. Take that one. The API there for, pardon me, for reference. I need to mock. Okay, let's see. Just mock module. Okay, so we've done that. I thought Barack Obama followed the guy that did this article. It's like, what? Oh, there's Kenzie Dodds as well. At the top of the component test, we can add a jest.mock. So let's just take that out of the this once. You can also provide a dynamic variable called mock is logged in. Mutate in each test to simulate it. Would I mock it in here? I can mock in here, and that takes a callback. Let's say I'm actually just going to return position of this. Let's grab the entire thing. And then const error is an empty object, and then return an array, position, and error. I'm mocking. Oh no, that won't work. That won't work. Let's use current location. There's a function that returns position and error. Really not covering myself in glory tonight. Okay, so it's freaking out about that. So let's just make that 24, and at least it's doing something. I'll take an error over undefined at the moment. Okay, use current position is let me just make sure it's actually called that. It is. It's not a function. It is. Its return value is not iterable. So that's good. Well, this is a much nicer way than the way I've set it up. But it does the same thing. Where we return an object which has use current location. Returns position and array. Oh, I shouldn't need that. Maybe I don't actually, I'm just mocking. I don't need to call the hook inside the test. The hook is called inside the component. This is being called in here. And if I just return this, this should automatically, let me get rid of that. This should fail. In fact, I'm not going to say anything because I've had everything wrong tonight. Position is not defined, that's fine. That's the previous thing. Let's see what happens when I save this. Cannot read property get current position of undefined. Okay, so let's take that out just now and see what happens. Because we're no longer mocking this API. This one is starting to make a bit more sense. If it. The hook as a module. That is the exact same thing. Describe jest.mock, use the fetch. Is actually calling or importing, sorry. What was it again? Use the fetch. So where's use the fetch called? Here. Use the fetch and then mock return value. Point of this is expecting an array. If I mock this function, I need to return an array with the position in the error. So I'm mocking the module. Let's put it there. Let's just add this object. This. We're going to return an object called use current location, which returns this object. There's no error at the moment. This. Alright, the same deal. This guy's saying, instead of mocking the entire module, let's try this. So render the location, stick it in here. So we're going to say use current position, mock return value. That's probably not a good sign. Oh, I really need a new chair. I have forgotten the bracket. There we go. Cannot read property mock return value of undefined. Cool. So, instead of having a function returned here, let's do just .function mock return value, and then let's just return this array. React use current position is not a function, or its return value is not iterable. Okay, so the component is now erroring, so that's kind of good because that means this is doing something. Seems fine though, because well, literally it sounds fine because I want to mock the returned value of this function. So the return value of calling this hook is an array with 2 objects. Just React hook. What do we got here? Try this. Jest.mock, put the absolute path here. Okay, so I have used current location. That's going to be a function. It doesn't take any args, but we'll pass it through. Call this mock use current location, which is going to be annoying because it's going to say it's not defined. Just a mock, put that through there. Does this make a difference? Okay. Mock use current weather. I'm gonna put this here for now. I'm gonna create a function for mock use current location. Nothing's being passed, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see if I can return the array from here. Let's see what this is. So whenever this is called, call this instead. Oh, you're not iterable. Oh. For each mock clear, and then mock the return value. Blowing my mind. Just mock. It's been a while since I've done a Stack Overflow copy paste. All clear. It's not a function. Just remove that. My mock function is just, I would have thought it would be this. Get rid of all of this. Just dot function, mock return value, and the return value is this. That's all I want. This isn't even the actual test, this is just to get it up and running. Let's get rid of that. not a function or its return value is not iterable. But instead of mock return value, I did mock implementation instead. Return that instead. Here's what you can do: write syntactically correct code. That's the array, that's the return, that's the mock implementation. It. It is a function. What, can I just do the shorthand? Just a function is the array that closes. Closes that. Closes that. It's correct, no? Yeah. I mean, the promise isn't doing anything here, so it's not really much point having it as part of the test. Ooh. Ah, interesting. It's not saying that this isn't a function or iterable. It's saying this is not a function. So it's still looking for... The mock can't be working because it's still looking for this function. It's because I'm put use current location when it's use current position. Yeah. Never mind. I mean that was wrong. So at least we're somewhere. Where are we at now? Undefined is not iterable. Ooh. And then cannot read properties symbol. So I'm actually, instead of doing jest of function, delete that. It's almost 10 o'clock, so I'm going to finish up. I'm going to do jest.function, and then I'm just going to mock the return value, and then I'm going to pass that array through. Well, they can't all be productive sessions, I suppose. Tonight, I banged my head against the brick wall for 2 hours. We're still on the same exercise. I completed the basic exercise, but there was a lot of copy and paste from the actual solution. After watching the video, it sort of made sense. I just don't know where this callback comes from. So, Kinsido's has an office hours, so I think I'm going to ask the question in that, and hopefully I'll know by next Tuesday when I'm back. And then hopefully on Tuesday as well I can work out how to get a return value from this. It's always a bit demoralizing when you spend 2 hours and you're no further forward than when you started, but it's kind of part of learning, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it and let's start. Let's add a to-do here. So Tuesday. Cool. Thank you for tuning in and following along. Not much to follow this evening. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more on Tuesday. And I've just realized my blocker is good times. See you on Tuesday.